Welcome back to Call of Pripyat. If we sound a little different on our ends, that's because the last time we recorded was over a year ago.
Woo! Twilight Princess all over again.
But last time, we entered the second map of the game, Yanov, and we're going to continue our exploration. We've got a couple of major things to do, including destroying an entire base of bandits. But right now, we're going to help out the local Ecologists. This is their mobile base. There's a handful of stalkers out front. Of course, you can only talk to one of them, and he doesn't have a lot to say.
Oh, ask them as in ask the questions. It's like, you can only speak to one person, and that person is asking you to ask other people. I misread that.
I think we already know about the train station. We came from there. Not going to go inside the mobile base just yet. I will. I'll circle back to this. But speaking of train station, there is actually an abandoned train nearby with an anomaly inside and actually one of those tools that we can get for our buddy Nitro.
Oh, looks friendly.
There's the anomaly. I think it's called a comet. It's electrical. It will hurt if it touches us. But we get inside from the roof.
Oh, it's moving.
You can hide off to the sides here. Yep, it's passing from the front to the back.
Oh!
I'll deal with it. I'm fine.
Well, as we've established, you'd be fine either way, but you didn't get hit by it.
There we go. There were the tools. And we can't really come in from that window, but that is how we get back out. So we need that for Nitro to be halfway useful. But now let's head back to the Ecologists. There's a handful of stuff we can do for them. Eventually, they'll help us actually start tracking anomalies so that we can know ahead of time when artifacts have respawned. And you need to wait for the damn door to close. This might look familiar if you played Shadow of Chernobyl, because it's the exact same map.
Oh yeah, it looks... Wasn't there a gerbil back there before?
Yeah.
Yeah, this definitely looks familiar. They killed the gerbil. Bastards.
Novikov here can repair our stuff, but he can't really upgrade them in any way. It's more of a stopgap.
It's always nice to have someone to repair, though.
Even a little bit of repairing is a good idea.
Good luck.
Well,
Howdy ho.
Oh, here's Lieutenant Sokolov. He was one of the guys on the helicopters. He's like the one survivor out of all of them.
Mentally, I am not doing great.
There we go. Keep Sokolov in mind for later. He's going to help us out.
Considering giving something to someone as an item lost is just a cynical way to look at life.
And considering we get a med kit back.
Yeah, right? Heal your brain.
Now, you'll recall, way back at the start of the LP, way back for us, not so much for you folks, I mentioned there were a couple of artifacts that you needed to hang on to because there's a specific quest. This is the guy you need to give him to. He wants a meat chunk and a kolobok.
What is a kolobok?
I think it was one of those like sea urchin looking things. We found it at the top of the iron tree anomaly.
Oh, I just realized it's a palindrome. I was gonna make a joke about it being like Arbok and Ekans, but it backwards is itself, so that just ruined my comedy.
Hey, bro.
Well,
Backwards would be Kobolok.
You're right. And therefore, I look silly, therefore my comedy is restored. Thank you.
Here are the actual ecologists. Both of them give us some missions. The Oasis is an interesting one. We're going to be doing that later in this part. It's this legendary place in the zone that's supposedly completely free of radiation.
Wow. That sounds crazy, actually.
And also some drugs I was able to steal.
Very well, come on over. What can I do for you?
Staring at an empty cage. It's the life of a duck-lipped fucking scientist. He wants to be a model, but he's just waiting for his break.
There's a little bit of Kevin Bacon in him. Now, Harriman, we can't do anything for him yet because we don't have the right equipment. I think we need pretty much a hazmat suit before we can do anything. You can now kill everyone. You can also climb on top of the mobile base. There's a few duty folks up there. But there's not really anything to do otherwise. So we've already got a good handful of stuff that we can do from the start. There's a couple of mutants we can hunt. And they're not too far from where we are right now. That's actually the map for Zeton. We're not in there anymore. We will come back in a few parts, though. There are still some missions we can do there.
Is that map like a satellite image of the place this area is based on?
No, but like it's designed like that.
Okay, it looks very realistic.
Yes. Boost my sniper. And boost my super shotgun.
Hell yeah.
I've only just now noticed when you hover over the mods, there's actually a dot that shows up on the model of the gun to signify what's being changed.
See you around.
Oh,
That's a cool detail.
very nice.
I got your number, you little bitch.
That shotgun is so
Hey.
ugly, though. It looks like a nightstick glued to a tuna can.
You can collect the goods.
Oh yeah, we are briefly coming back to Zeton because our buddy has that exosuit
Hey,
for us.
Stalker. How are you?
I am ready to be bulky.
Gonna be protected as fuck.
That's your...
And remember, you only give him a down payment at first. When you come back, you need to have the rest of the payment.
Will he break your knees?
No, he'll just refuse to sell it to you.
Oh, okay.
He's not in a place where that's a smart idea. There's a lot of other stalkers here. This is a neutral zone. But there we go. We got the exosuit that greatly increases our carry weight.
Hey, bro.
And it's also very good armor. The downside is, like I mentioned, you can't run in it. However, our buddy Nitro and our buddy Cardin here, if we continue their side quests and get them the right tools, One of them can actually upgrade the exoskeleton so that you can run with it. And at that point, why would you wear anything else?
Yeah, no kidding. World's fastest chunk of metal.
Fastiest, chunkiest.
I'm the fastest and the chunkiest.
Also good to upgrade your armor for additional artifact containers, because unlike Shadow of Chernobyl, the artifacts you can actually have equipped are dependent on your armor. In the very middle of your inventory, or very middle of the screen at least, those biohazard symbols, those are artifact containers that are locked off. You can't use those. You need to upgrade your armor first.
Okay. It's kind of like materia in Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, that's a good way to think of it. And for me, I always think it's a good idea to upgrade your weapons in a way. Like, you're usually given a one or the other option, and if you get one mod, you can't get the other. If one of the options is to lower the weight of the weapon, generally, like, there's no downside to that. And I prefer to go with that, because carry weight is super important. The more space you have, the more you can carry home and sell.
What's up, bro?
And this guy is going to take us to the container warehouse. One of our missions is to rescue someone who's been captured by bandits. And it is in the dead of night. At least when this happened. Perfect time for a shootout.
Oh my.
I'm going to trust a guy called Sema Narcissus. There are a couple ways you can go about this, but they pretty much all end with a firefight anyway, so might as well.
Just started early.
That didn't work out. I'll try the other way.
I mean, that guy was looking right at you.
Go back to where you came from while you still got legs.
He's basically an NPC. He's there for you to talk to.
Oh, okay.
All right, so he's letting us in, but we have to keep our weapons put away. These are not weapons.
You can make them weapons.
Ignore the grenade launcher I've attacked to my binoculars.
They're a real motherfucker for bird watching.
I never went hungry again.
That's how the crows get grenades in Resident Evil 4.
You're just trying to justify it.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe I am.
Sorry, I'm hungry.
You look dumb. Shit shack.
Well, I have the cash. That's no big deal.
Now, if you kill him, can you take your cash back off of his body?
You can't really steal cash from characters. You have to just, like, sell their weapons or something.
All right.
Thanks for saving me.
Now, let's see if bandits will do what they say they will. Color me naive. Well, so much for that. Time to die, everyone.
I wonder if this game's soundtrack is on Spotify.
I would be surprised if it was. I don't know if it was ever released like in a disc form or anything.
It's like every glance of the music I get, it's like, it's nothing like terribly special, but it's grooving. It's catchy.
It's got a good riff to it.
Yeah, it's not just generic like orchestral hits.
Me tell you want to get somewhere safer?
Nah.
Maybe duck?
Where?
Hide in that box? hello. I feel like the bandits... Oh, no. So much for that. Yeah, we're gonna reload and try that again. Clearly, diplomacy has failed.
No, what has failed is firefighting has failed, diplomacy and then eventual firefighting has failed. What's step 3?
Firefighting, but hiding.
The coward's way, of course.
I think you mean the sniper's way. No, you don't see me. Where are you? I have brightened this for the record.
Oh, yeah.
It's still very hard to see.
Yeah, I can't see a damn thing. Also, the soundtrack is not on Spotify.
So yeah, I've sped this up because it takes a while for me to clear out enough people that I can even get close. Thankfully, night comes up.
It's beautiful to just see you consistently hitting things, though.
Yeah. Just the mere ability to repair your weapons is a godsend. Hello.
It was camouflage. I'm impressed.
So, as I was saying, the bandits pretty much universally use former Soviet weapons. You can tell by the type of ammo. Yeah, I'm not going to deal with you. If they got kind of green-brown boxes, it's a Soviet weapon.
Thanks for saving me.
If they've got green weapons, it's a NATO weapon. And, like, almost universally, the NATO weapons are much more reliable, do better damage, have better accuracy. We're really seeing that here with the gun I brought.
Yeah, I haven't gotten mad at it once in this entire video.
Okay, well, there's some sunlight. I do have a flashlight. I probably could have used that.
Maybe.
I'll meet you by the old train station.
But there we go. Mite is safe. And he's not going to just go wandering into an anomaly. And in fact, we can travel back with him right now. Where are his friends? I think they're back here.
Man, fuck you. Too soon.
Well, hard to argue when you've got a bullet through the head. There you go. And we got a goldfish artifact. And we've also got the Friend of Stalkers achievement. I think that's one of the achievements that intermittently you will just randomly get supplies in your drop box. I think in their case it's ammo?
Oh, so if you increase your relationship, they'll give you gifts and stuff.
Yeah, well, specifically the achievements do stuff like that.
Oh, okay. That'd be a cool little mechanic. I feel like some game has done something like that. You increase your relationship, and then you go to, like, a storage box, and they occasionally leave little trinkets for you. Kind of like Animal Crossing, I guess.
I guess. The only thing that immediately comes to mind where you can get stuff in-game from achievements is, like, Stardew Valley, but that's just hats.
Right. I'm talking, like, resources.
There's a stash.
Oh, yeah, nice. Right on the tree. Tree sources.
Want some junk? Yeah. Now this is cool. The satellite map is not based specifically on Chernobyl, but this area is based on a section of Chernobyl, a giant digger.
Jeez, that's a...
Those huge rigs are so cool. Like, the image of that against bronze and brown is super dystopian. It's so cool.
That's a real thing?
That is real.
It looks like a fantasy, like, terraforming tool. That's nuts.
I do think it is either for crop work or for, like, construction or mining or something.
Man, it looks like a buzzsaw. Do you know what it's called?
I am going to look it up. But while we're here, there is someone who's actually been left for dead by someone.
Not Master Splinter. Whoa. You stepped on a radiation mine, I think.
So much for that. So we already have a good idea who it might have been. You'll recall we were searching for a guy named Magpie, who has a habit of leaving his friends for dead. Also searching around. Where there's a collection of anomalies like this, usually there's artifacts. Here we go. And we can see the specific detector I have, it actually allows us to see it in a 3D space. Or at least a 2D space.
A orb.
It's a soul.
Oh.
I guess that was Splinters.
Just laying around?
Oh, and there's more.
Sounds like the outside of an office building to me.
Abandoned souls again.
Yeah, just rolling around.
Jacob was recently laid off, can you tell?
It's fine. Well, I liked my job, so my soul was very much intact until that day.
Well, there you go. There it is now.
Whoa! That was a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Let's go check out another big anomaly. This thing is cool. It's like a canyon that got carved out of just a hill. And this place is loaded with fire spouts. So keep your bolts at the ready. That right there, that's not one of the anomalies, that's actually the artifact. Where are you? There you are. Oh, it's bouncy.
Whoa.
That's hot. That was a grabby. I'm pretty sure I don't use a gravity, so it's probably not great. Also, further up you go, you get some gravity anomalies, and you're not getting out of those, so be very careful.
Those basically spin you around like a tornado, right? Something like that?
Well, I think these ones you can get out of, they basically just...
Hey!
Oh, nope, you're right.
Hey!
Never mind.
Good job!
Thank you. Okay, I found what it's called. It's called a bucket wheel excavator.
Bucket wheel excavator. Man. I mean, I recognize that it's basically just a bunch of, like, bulldozer shovels in a wheel form.
Yeah.
But it just looks like a gigantic saw, and it just looks so violent.
Yeah. Like, it's not for digging, it's for completely leveling a forest or something.
It's for cutting the legs off a titan.
Oh, man. Someday, man. One video game or one movie, that's gonna happen.
Giant saw.
Also ignore what's happening to the skybox. I installed, I think I mentioned this in the first part, I installed like an HD skybox mod, but it doesn't completely stretch all the way.
I thought that was just distant rain, so now that you pointed it out, yeah. This is the real flat Earth. Just no horizon.
But the ground's not flat, the sky is.
The sky is full. How the fuck does that work? Does the other side of the world just not have a sky?
Well, I don't know the science, but I believe technically space is supposed to be flat.
So flat earthers aren't just, they're just not thinking big enough.
All right. But this is a place where some of the mutants were. There are 2 of them here. We've seen one of them before. There's a reason I got the rocket saved. Because it's the frickin' Bureaus again.
Because you're gonna throw it to the ground and fight them with your fists. Oh yeah, the little guys.
That was not my choice. The Bureaus are annoying because they can pull the weapons out of your hands. And they can pull up shields.
That is annoying.
That right there, that's his shield. And he pulled my shotgun away.
You stinky bitch!
And now my gun.
These guys are so goofy, I'm sorry.
Fine. Gonna stab you to death.
Look at his face! He's like,
There we go. There's only 2, thankfully. And I love their voice, too.
I belong in the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. Look at that one. What the fuck is he doing?
Dancing in death.
Saint Vitus's dance.
The rocket must have made his foot get caught in the geometry or something.
I guess so. You would think he would settle eventually.
Not in this game. I don't know what I'm doing.
You're berating him like a mother. Get your foot out of there.
Settle down. We just stay, you'll get a tummy ache. Oh. Hey. Okay, so... Well, I didn't read which stash that was. I think that was Yanov. So in Yanov, they give you medical supplies. And we're actually passing by the Jupiter plant. This is important, right? I think we're going there next time. The Jupiter plant is a real place in Chernobyl. It's not a power plant. It was like a camera construction plant, or a factory, technically. That was actually a cover for like the KGB.
Wow.
But here, what we're doing here is we're actually going to start searching out the Oasis. And we do that by starting here in this little abandoned building. I think these go into the sewers. Be careful because there are zombies around here. But luckily, I've got night vision finally, because it comes with the exoskeleton.
Yeah. Works real well, too.
It's a very good night vision. I might have had to upgrade the exoskeleton for it, actually. Wow. Oh no, he's wiggling, so he's still around.
Oh, okay. I'm fine. Nope. I was taking an undead piss. Was that a gecko just fucking ramming its... Where'd it come from?
They're called hamsters. But it's basically just a giant rodent. He thought he was a lot stronger than he was. Don't need that shotgun anymore. Even a cell. Fuck him. do be careful about these little guys.
Ugh, that's gross. I don't like their proportions.
Yeah. A little too raptor for a rodent.
Yeah. Their limbs are way too long.
There's a lot of them around here, too.
And they sound like pigs, which I don't like either.
They're just very snorty. And they really scratch up my armor, too. Do remember that in the sewers, you can't actually climb up and down the pipes, and you need to do that to find the way forward. I think it might be down this pipe, or up this pipe.
Oh, there was a ladder there, okay.
Yeah, it's really hard to see. But here we go. This is the path to the Oasis. But here's the thing. The path itself is kind of an anomaly. We enter this room with several concrete columns. This is a puzzle, and to solve it, we have to pass through every single one of these columns. It's not actually that hard, though. So just pick a row of the columns, pass through. Now, when we go through, look at the map. And we're back at the entrance.
Bleh?
Here's the thing.
Oh.
As we pass through each of these columns, some falling stars will start appearing. We need to go through every single one of these to find all the spots where the falling stars appear. And then, once we got all of them in every row of the columns, that's the actual path we need to walk in order to unlock the Oasis.
If you know the path beforehand, can you walk it and then get there?
Theoretically, yes, except I believe it's randomized.
Oh, alright. That's strange.
Thankfully, there's only ever one set of falling stars on each row of the columns.
Because, like, at first it sounded like one of those Super Mario Brothers castles where you gotta go for, like, top, middle, or bottom row, but the fact that it tells you an answer each time you go through is very strange.
It's more busy work than a puzzle, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's not hard, at least. But here we go, we found the Oasis. We do need proof, though, and the proof comes in the form of an artifact. Right there. That is the heart of the Oasis. When you get that, a psychic pseudo-dog appears.
Oh, no!
It's basically an angry pseudo-dog, but it also sends after images of other pseudo-dogs after you, so kill it quickly.
Oh, so it just makes you hallucinate other dogs?
Kind of. But the Heart of the Oasis it's an interesting artifact. It's kind of useful, it's very radioactive. The best use for it is just for completing the side quest. Funny thing, technically, the Heart of the Oasis is worth 50,000 rubles, except no one will buy it except for the person who gives you the mission, and he buys it for 7,000.
So I guess it's just in the code that it's worth that?
Yeah, it's silly.
I see, alright. I've heard of things like that in other games, mostly RPGs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, technically there's a value, but you'll never actually be able to sell it.
Okay, so the Gravy is actually a really good artifact. That gives me +8 carry weight. So I'm glad I found that. In the long run, I think if an artifact gives you more radiation than any other artifacts you have can take away from you, you don't need it. It's much too useful to have the radiation sucked out of you.
I feel like the addition of vehicles in this game would make it a fair bit cooler and more fun to traverse.
There are mods for that. think they're finicky, though.
Yeah, I remember discussing that in Shadow of Chernobyl.
Yeah. I'm not sure how they would implement them, though.
You're just traversing such huge swaths by foot, and you're speeding up so much of it. I feel like a car or an ATV or a tank would be beneficial.
I think an ATV, yeah.
Yeah.
Thinking Death Stranding, something like that.
Ooh, yeah, there we go.
Oh, dear. I want to say this is either a car park or like an abandoned theater or something. But there are a couple artifacts around here. Electrical types. Energy recovery's pretty good. Oh, there it is. Side protection? Nah. Oh, and there's also a stash here that I haven't seen. Or I think I gathered the stuff in the stash, but not all of it. Or maybe it's in one of the cars. We'll find out. Oh, I'm irradiated. I need to get out of here.
Remind me, what's that green icon on the right that looks like no cats allowed mean?
That means that my armor's damaged.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the rodents are really good at scratching up your armor, even the exoskeleton.
Wonder what that icon's supposed to be. It just looks like a blobby little cat.
I think it's supposed to be a body armor vest.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That makes sense.
Ooh, this guy's got some Hercules.
Good old Nikita's sock.
Somebody socked him out. Okay, here's where the stash is. No, not in the tire.
Be a good place. No one would look there. What about this tire?
Funny thing is, for a brief second, the text showed up where the stuff is.
Where'd it go?
There it is.
Oh, there we go. In the car. All right.
Hidden under the passenger seat.
Tire adjacent.
Give me everything. I want it off the map.
If only there was a way to open this door.
If I only had the key.
That's another quest. Find the key for this busted-ass sedan. It's not a sedan. Don't care.
A Soviet Dan.
Remember when I was a kid, like when you're playing in the street and a car would come, you would yell, "Car," and get out of the way?
Yeah.
My friend, regardless of the kind of vehicle it was, would yell "truck," and for some reason, it pissed me off.
Come on over,
Well, we've
bro.
learned recently you have OCD.
Yeah, that's...
Something.
It probably explains
You
it.
know anything about the quarry?
Oh, this dickhead.
Well, whatever decent shit there once was is long gone. There's no point looking in anomalies Flint has looked in. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, don't go where he specifically tells you not to go. Like the quarry, where there's a dead man.
The only mod I would install in this game is the mod that lets you kill Flint. Yes, sir.
Excuse you.
Sir.
There might be a few folk who think that Flint is telling lies. Well, they can ask anyone at the base about
Hey, where
me.
did where'd everybody go?
Even this squad, the pro hunters, when they spotted me the other day, they were all like, "We need you, Flint. We can't do it without you." They were hunting a chimera, so I had to show these pros how it's done. My MO is real friggin' simple. I just head
What kind of
straight
grenade
into the
launcher
lab.
did you use,
They
bitch?
left one rookie
Oh,
by
this
the
is a
entrance
great
to
question.
Keep an eye out for. Of course, come morning.
I
soon
actually,
as
you know, as much as I hate Flint, I love the concept of
Flint.
Flint.
Yeah.
Like, just someone who, like, retells everything you do, like, step by step, and takes credit for it. That's pretty funny.
So there we go. It's pretty conclusive now. Flint is actually Magpie. So now we just need to get him somewhere where we can get some revenge.
We get to kill him?
If only the fucker shut the fuck up. He might live. I've got so much crap in there. Between parts, or actually maybe once the video's over, I will look up if like the
Howdy
gold
ho.
ammo boxes, gold finger quotes, signifies a specific faction of the Cold War.
I'm all
Everybody.
ears, buddy.
Because we have Soviet, we have or former Soviet, and NATO.
Start talking, buddy. I'm all
Bit of a
ears.
congestion there.
Well,
Aw, Beard. I missed you.
I've got a goldfish for him. Nice bit of cash. And I've got a gravy. I should have kept that, but whatever. I've got the exoskeleton, I guess I'm fine.
I don't think I was aware of this meme at the time, but Beard reminds me of that one image of that heavy-set bald guy with the beer, who's like just the bro you talk to at a pub. Like, he just seems like such a nice fella.
Gonta will take care of Magpie for us. And with that, we get another achievement.
Is it titled Finally?
And he's gone.
Oh, convenient.
He wasn't getting away that time.
Please tell me we find him, like, cowering and shitting his pants.
Fucker's dead. He's been deleted from the game.
Oh, he's already... Oh, I thought we could kill him.
Nah, sadly.
Oh,
Gonta was the one who was out for revenge. We let him have it.
shit.
The wiki, I don't think it says specifically. I think the ammo just refers to 9x39 millimeter ammo.
Yeah, I mean, in this area, if you've got former Soviet and then NATO, not sure what a third thing could be.
There are mercenaries around.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, then, next time, we are going to actually explore the Jupiter plant, and we're going to go on the trail of an old friend of ours, Strelok.
Ooh. I forget. No, did we die at the end of the last game? No, right? Not in the better ending?
No, we survived.
Ooh.
Strelok killed sea consciousness, and unfortunately, that's what caused the zone to expand and start exploding intermittently, but he's alive. He's out there somewhere.